You are welcome to the educational video channel Maths for Maths. We hope to discuss 5 more short questions in part A of paper 1 of model paper for this video. Question number 16 is like this. Two students A and B tried to solve the equation. The first step of their solution are given below. A and B are two students. They have started the solution of an equation. The equation is 2x minus 5 upon 6x equals 14. Now the first step of student A has written as 2x minus 5x equals 84, and B has written it as 12x minus 5x equals 84. Now this is an equation including fractions. If fractions are there in the simple equation, the first step should be removing the denominator of the fraction. Here the denominator is 6. To remove this denominator, we have to multiply the entire equation or all the terms of the equation by this denominator. So here the equation 2x minus 5 upon 6x equals 14, we have to multiply by 6, all terms by 6. Then 2x must be multiplied by 6, then the result is 12x, 5 upon 6 x multiplied by 6, then 5x, 14 multiplied by 6, that is 84. Therefore, the correct second step has been taken by only B, that is 12x minus 5x equals 84. So, the first step is correct of B. B's first step is correct, but A's first step is incorrect. He has not multiplied this 2x by 6. So then we have to continue the solution taking B's first step. So here to find the next step should be 12x minus 5x is 7x. 7x equals 84. Then to get the answer, that means to find the value of x, we have to divide 7x by 7 and 84 by 7. Then x equals 12 is that answer you can get. So therefore the solution for the answer for the equation is x equals 12. That is the question number 16. We will go to question number 17. It is about factorization. One quadratic expression is given as x squared minus 2x minus 15. We have to factorize this one. In algebra, factorization, there are number of categories. One is common factors. The other one is difference of two squares, and the other one is quadratic expression. We will take this time to revise those three categories. Common factors. Now, if you take 7x plus 14 as an example, 7x has factors 7 and x, 14 has factors 7 and 2, 7 into 2. Therefore, 7 is common for both terms. Therefore, we can take it out as the common factor, and within brackets remaining factors x plus 2 we can take. So this is the one way of factorization, 7x plus 4. We call this, we take in common factor out. We will take another example, 6x squared minus 8x. So here the common factor is 2x. 6x squared we can write as 2x times 3x. 8x we can write as 2x times 4. Therefore, when you take 2x out, within the bracket the remaining factor will be there, that is 3x minus 4. So this is also a same method. taking common factor out. So we will take another example for these common factors. This is a different one, minus x plus 5. In an expression like this, if the first term is minus, it is better, it is useful to take a minus common factor out and factorize it. So if you take minus 1 as a common factor, minus x is minus 1 times x, plus 5 is minus 1 times minus 5. Therefore, the within brackets, the binomial will be x minus 5. So, the factorization of minus x plus 5 will be minus 5 times x minus 5. So, these are examples for common factors. We will see some examples for difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. If two squares are there as a difference, the factors are the sum of two basic terms and difference of two basic terms and multiply them. The product of the sum of the terms and the difference of the terms. So x squared minus y squared equals x plus y times x minus y. Another example we can take 9x squared minus 1. 9x squared means 3x whole thing squared. 1 is 1 squared. So the initial terms are 3x and 1. We have to take one factor as the addition of those two terms and the other factor as the difference of those two terms. Therefore, the factors must be 3x plus 1 times 3x minus 1. Another example we can take 36x squared minus 25. 36 squared means 6x whole thing squared. 25 is 5 squared. So, sum of these two initial terms are 6x plus 5x and the difference is 6x minus 5x. So, we can write the factors as 6x plus 5 times 6x minus 5. And if you want, we can write the difference part first and the addition part second. Then it will be 6x minus 5 times 6x plus 5. So that change we can do, but the answer is correct. That is about difference of two squares. We will discuss some examples for the other one, that is quadratic expressions. Quadratic expressions, those are in form of three terms like this. So x squared plus 8x plus 15, we have written factors as x plus 3 times x plus 5 without using any intermediate steps. How do you do it? Now there must be two binomials as the factors. So the x must be the first terms. If 15 is there, the second term of the factor should be 3 and 5 or 1 and 15. If you take 3 and 5, we can check whether you get the middle term plus 8x. When you multiply this plus 3 plus by x, then you get plus 3x, and x by plus 5 you get plus 5x. Then when you add those two, you get 8x. Therefore, this is correct. So, the quadratic expression like this, without following any intermediate steps, mentally we can find the factors. But if it is given a little bit different like this, 2x squared minus 11x minus 40, it is a little bit difficult to get the answer mentally if you don't have enough practice. So we can use some intermediate steps to get the answer. That is, we make this three-term expression into four-term expression, splitting this middle term into two terms. Then, and there's a rule to divide this middle term into two terms. That is like this. We will see what we have done here. Now here minus 16 plus 5x. Minus 16x plus 5x. This is the rule. When you multiply this 2x squared and minus 40, you get minus 80x squared. When you multiply these two also, you must get minus 80x squared. To get minus 80 squared, minus 16x and plus 5x you have to multiply. That is the rule. The product of two extreme terms must be equal to the product of two interior terms. So that is the rule to break this middle term into two terms. Now we can take first two terms and find the common factor. That should be 2x is the common factor. Then x minus 8 is the other factor. For the next two terms, the common factor must be plus 5. The other one is x minus 8. The special feature is this third line is the factor within bracket here and within bracket here must be the same. You get the same factors if you have broken this middle term in correct way. So to find the final answer, we have to take this x minus 2 as the common factor. The remaining factor is 2x plus 5. So the final step is x minus 8 times 2x plus 5. Here also we can change the factors as 2x plus 5 times x minus 8. You can change the term factors, but the answer is correct. Now for the given expression in our paper, in the question number 17, x squared minus 2x minus 15, we have taken the answer mentally without following the intermediate steps. Here minus 2x is there and here minus 15. If minus 15 is there, the factors of 15, 5 and 3, we can take minus 5 and plus 3 or plus 5 and minus 3. If you take minus 5 and plus 3 only, we get middle term as minus 2x. Here minus 5x plus 3x. When we add those two terms, we get minus 2x. So likewise, we can mentally check whether our answer is correct. So if you have any difficulty, these type of methods you can use to find the factors. Now we will go to question number 18. Question number 18 is about inequalities. Represent the solution of the inequality 3x minus 4 greater than or equal to 2 on a number line. That means first we have to solve this inequality. So that is 3x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 2. That to get this next step, we can add plus 4 to left hand side and right hand side. Then you get 3x is greater than or equal to 6. To find x, we can divide both sides by 3. Then you get x is greater than or equal to 2. Now to represent this solution on a number line, number line is a line marked with equal intervals as spaces and numbered them, taking 0 as the initial and from 0 to right hand side positive values and left hand side negative values. So this is 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4 and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 likewise. And here x is greater than or equal to 2. So 2 is a limit or margin. So we can mark it like this and we can darken it. You have to show the 2 as a darkened circle, not as an empty circle. Why do you darken it? Because the equal also there. So we have to show that for the solution we have the 2 also included, and the values in the right hand side are also included. Therefore, we have to show it as a arrow drawn into right hand side. So this is the solution of the inequality given on a number line. Question number 19. Question number 19 is about trigonometry. There, sin x is given as 5 upon 7. We have to find the value of tan x. Here, we know in our O-level syllabus, GCE O-level syllabus, sin is defined as using a right angle triangle. The opposite side to an acute angle of the triangle divided by the hypotenuse of the triangle is equal to sine. So we can show this relation on a diagram like this. That is, we have to draw a right angle triangle, and if you take one acute angle as x, the opposite side is 5, hypotenuse 13, and the angle is x, and this angle we consider as a right angle. Now, if the other side is a, using the Pythagoras theorem, we can find the length of a or value of a. That is, square of 13 is equal to square of 5 plus square of a, or square of a is equal to 13 squared minus 5 squared. This is 169 minus 25. It is 144. So to find a, we have to take the square root of 144, that is 12. Now all sides of the triangle is known. Tan x means opposite side to the acute angle x divided by adjacent side of the acute angle x. That means 5 divided by a is 12. Therefore tan x must be equal to 5 divided by 12. So that is the answer for the question. So you have to understand the method of getting the answer. First, we represented the relation given in a right angle triangle, and using Pythagoras theorem we found the length of a, and using the definition of tan x, we wrote the value of tan x as 5 upon 12. Now we will go to the question number 20. Question number 20 is, a passenger bus takes 3 hours and 30 minutes to travel a distance of 119 kilometers. Find the average speed of the bus. Now here distance is given as 119 kilometers. Time taken is given as 3 hours and 30 minutes. So to find the speed, we have to divide the distance traveled by the time taken. So it should be 119 divided by 3.5. How do you get this 3.5? 3 hours and 30 minutes. Now this is 2 units, hours and minutes. We have to make it a single unit. So convert this 30 minutes to hours. It gives half an hour, then 3.5 hours. So why did you put it like divide by 3.5 like this without writing as a fraction? 119 upon 3.5. Then again a complicated simplification will be there. Therefore it is better to write like this and convert this division into multiplication and take the reciprocal of 3.5 to multiply. This is 7 upon 2. Reciprocal of 7 upon 2 is 2 upon 7. So we can simplify this one to get the answer. 119 divided by 7 is 17. 17 times 2 is 34. So this is the answer. So the answer is 34 kilometers per hour. So what we did here is we the distance traveled in kilometers divided by time taken. We have written it in hours only as 3.5 hours, and we use the method of dividing by fractions or mixed numbers to get the answer and simplify it. So it is 34 kilometers per hour. So that is the last question we discussed for this video. We will take another video to discuss the other 5 short questions from 21 to 25.